Most people think you need money to make money, but Ethan proved that empty pockets are just a temporary glitch if you have the right mindset. That was Ethan. This is the power of thinking big. Story of a poor boy with empty pockets. Vertical bar powerful motivational story. Ethan grew up in a tiny, blink-and-you'll-miss-it town in rural Kentucky. We're talking about the kind of place where the local diner is the only source of news, and everyone knows your business before you do. Ethan was poor, not just tight budget poor, but checking the couch cushions for gas money poor. His pockets were always empty. His sneakers had seen better days, and some nights, dinner was just a glass of water and a hope for tomorrow. To the cynical neighbors at the general store, Ethan's life looked like a powerful story of a beggar. But they couldn't see the success mindset burning behind his ribs. He didn't just want to get by. He wanted to rewrite his family's entire history. But in a town where the biggest dream is usually just making it to the next paycheck, people didn't take kindly to Ethan's ambitions. "Ethan, get your head out of the clouds," they'd say. "You should be worried about finding a shift at the mill, not changing the world." Those words stung, but Ethan held on to a secret. He knew that if you change your mindset, life will change. He realized that even when your bank account is at zero, a positive mindset is the one asset no one can repossess. One humid evening, while Ethan was sitting by the Ohio River feeling the weight of the world, he ran into Mr. Henderson. He was that retired high school teacher everyone loved, the kind who still remembered your name 20 years later. Sensing the vibe, Mr. Henderson asked why Ethan looked like he was carrying the Appalachian Mountains on his shoulders. Ethan vented. He talked about the laughter, the lack of money, and the feeling of being stuck. Mr. Henderson just smiled and pulled a small, dusty pocket mirror from his jacket. "Look at yourself, Ethan. What do you see?" Ethan sighed. "I see a kid who's tired of losing." Henderson shook his head. "Look deeper. Do you see that spark behind the tired? That's the fire. People will try to cover your mirror with the dust of their own missed chances, but you have to discipline your mind to keep it clear." That conversation wasn't just a chat. It was a short motivational story happening in real life. Ethan took these life lesson stories and turned them into his blueprint. He stopped waiting for a big break and started betting on himself. He realized that discipline beats talent when talent is too lazy to show up. He committed to the 1% mindset, getting just 1% better, 1% smarter, and 1% more focused every single day. This inspirational story in English is where the grind got real. Ethan became a master of student motivation. He'd go to school all morning, work a double shift at the local diner as a dishwasher until his hands were raw, and then spend his weekends apprenticing with an old mechanic to learn how to fix whatever broke. While the rest of the town was watching Netflix or hanging out at the quarry, Ethan was under a flickering LED lamp, studying tech manuals. He was the literal definition of the power of discipline. He was teaching himself how to discipline your mind to ignore the now for the sake of the later. Slowly, the discipline your mind strategy started to pay off. Ethan opened a tiny phone repair side hustle out of his garage. He treated every customer like a VIP, saved every single dollar, and eventually opened a small shop in town. Because he had cultivated a success mindset, he saw opportunities others missed. His one shop became 2, then 3. Eventually, Ethan launched his own line of high-quality mobile accessories. The climax of this journey? The very same people who used to call him the poor boy with empty pockets were now the ones applying for jobs at his headquarters. But the real win wasn't the money. It was the moment Ethan bought his mom the house she'd always dreamed of and told his dad he never had to work another day on the farm. When Mr. Henderson eventually stopped by Ethan's office, Ethan gave him a hug that said 1,000 words. The teacher just winked and said, "I told you, dreams aren't measured by your wallet, Ethan. They're measured by the size of your heart." This English story with moral is a reminder to all of us. Whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, or just someone trying to find their way, remember Ethan. This is one of those life-changing stories that proves that when you change your mindset, the world around you has no choice but to follow. If this motivational story in English hit you right in the feels or gave you that extra boost to keep grinding, don't gatekeep the inspiration. Share this with your day ones who need a reminder of their potential. If you want to learn English through story while keeping your vibes high, hit that like button, subscribe to Zen Z, and stay tuned for more inspirational stories in English. Now go out there and be the 1%. Just don't forget us when you're famous. Start today.